You starting or am I starting?
I'll go ahead and start.
Okay.
I don't know how to start it. I'm bad about this. You go ahead and start it.
Hello!
Hey guys.
Welcome to another episode. We're doing an Alfa Romeo...
An Alfa Romeo.
Giuseppe.
An Alfa Romeo Giulia.
The Julio.
TI.
Yeah.
Alfa Romeo Giulia TI. It's kind of like a Ferrari, but a cheaper Ferrari.
I was going to say, this is nothing like a Ferrari.
It's a budget Ferrari. A really budget Ferrari.
Yeah.
These things start at $38,000 something
That
dollars.
is
It's like
super
about 30,
budget.
Yeah, 38 grand is the starting price. This is the TI though, so it's not 38. The TI starts at like 41,000, 40 or 41,000, and then with options they can go up into like the low 50s.
Okay.
And then
Still pretty reasonable.
Still pretty reasonable. Then the Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio, which is like their really sporty version, goes up to $70,000+.
Now you're getting a little spicy.
This is the Giulia. Was the first mass-produced Alfa Romeo that the company has sold in the United States in over 20 years.
Wow. Welcome back.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
They took like basically a 20-year hiatus, came back with this and the 4C, and those are the only cars that they're selling right now.
Stelvio. SUV.
Oh, right, and the Stelvio, duh.
Yeah.
So they're doing this, the Stelvio, and the 4C are the three that they're selling right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rumors of an 8C coming out, which is maybe going to be their supercar, but
That'd be cool.
those are just rumors.
I have seen quite a few of these, and I've seen a few Stelvio as well. I think I may have seen more Stelvio
See,
than
I think
this.
the cool thing about this, at least in comparison to its rivals like BMWs or Mercedes or Audis or Lexuses or Acuras, is these are so much more uncommon.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Takes a little bit.
Then it starts to go.
Then it's the turbo lag.
That is the turbo lag. And 60.
There.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. It's quick.
Yeah. Once it really catches up, because at first it's sluggish, and then the turbo spools up, and you're like, okay.
That
reasonable.
turbo lag is pretty serious to start, but I mean, it's...
What do you expect?
Yeah, it's expected, you know?
Yeah. Let's start with the most noticeable thing. How about this red interior?
Yeah, it's bold.
I love it.
It's a bold choice, but I do like it a lot.
Now, do you know what paint scheme this is? Is this their Quadriperla? I think it's Quadriperla.
Yes,
okay, it is
I
the
believe
Quadriperla.
so, yeah.
This is the color. I've spec'd out the 4C so many times online because I love that car, and I always pick the Quadriperla.
Really? Over the red?
Over the red.
Man.
Yeah. And
Well,
after seeing it in person, I don't know that I would do that, actually.
Yeah.
It looks really nice in the sun, but in the shade, it just looks like a plain, like, whitish car. Not even like Arctic white, it's just kind of like a cream almost.
Yeah.
So, not my favorite color exterior, kind of bland, but as soon as you open the door, you're like, woo, look at all the red.
It has kind of like a BMW style gear selector.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
A lot of cars are moving to this weird, I don't even know what to call that, like egg-shaped shifter.
Yeah.
With like a crystal thing on it.
Yeah. It's a nice design.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's the same as a lot of cars. It's got carbon fiber-ish bits, like around the shifter, around the cluster
carbon
here.
fiber-esque.
Yeah, and then around the door handles here. Yeah, like this thing has a bit of go.
Yeah, it's peppy.
That's not bad.
I was flooring it there though.
Yeah. Now I will say that it doesn't feel like you're going as fast as you are in this car.
Yeah.
This does a good job of making it feel like a refined, smooth ride, regardless of the speed you're going.
Yeah, it's always comfortable.
Yeah.
That being said, you have a nice infotainment system. It seems like pretty average to me.
I do like how it's kind of blended into the dash there, though. It's not like just a rectangle that's sticking out.
Yeah,
of
it
the
kind of
dash.
hovers. Well,
Yeah.
not hovers. It's just like integrated into it, which I do like. Driving position is good. I do think, I don't know how I feel about this, the paddles here that you have to downshift and upshift if you want to set it in manual mode.
They're on the column.
Yes, they're on the column. They're not part of the actual wheel itself, which I've never driven a car like that before. So to me, that's a little weird.
It's unusual to get used to. I think it's a cool idea because the thinking there is that you can shift at whatever, no matter where your hands are on the wheel.
Yeah, ultimately it is a cool idea, and I do like it.
Yeah, and I like how big they are. They're not tiny little paddles.
They're huge.
They're enormous.
These paddles are the biggest paddles I've ever seen in any car I have ever driven.
It's like a boomerang.
It really is like a boom. There are 2 boomerangs on either side of you.
I love it.
They're huge. You can very comfortably fit 5 people. You can even fit somebody a little taller back there, easy.
Yeah, we had, our driver was driving this, and how tall is he?
He's about 6 feet.
6 foot, yeah. And he put the seat way back, and I sat behind him, and I still had plenty of leg room.
You have good trunk space.
Great trunk space. You could easily fit 2 of me.
This has a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder engine.
Yeah.
And it produces 280 horsepower. So,
it's enough to get out of its own way.
It's peppy.
Yeah, you're not gonna cause any trouble on the highway or anything. It's what, 0 to 60 in 5.2?
5.2.
So that's a 1/10 of a second slower than the base Model 3. I mean, it's a sedan. This is a business sedan.
Yeah, this is definitely this is like a GT car.
Yeah.
In a way. It's like an entry-level GT car. Yeah. I would say almost. Because it's very refined. This driving experience is very smooth. Yeah. It's very comfortable. You don't really worry about much. It has very minimal wind noise. You don't really hear a lot.
Yeah, that's what I would say. That's the word that comes to mind when I'm thinking about this car. It's refined. Yeah. It's quiet. It's respectful. Yeah. It's like I do like. Let's see. How do you do this thingy?
You figure it out.
I'll figure it out. Back you go.
So it does have a cool, nifty little sunroof.
Yep. Right.
Oh, you just opened up the blinds.
Yeah, so there's an automated blinds, and then there's an automated sunroof. I wish the blind was manual. The one in the back is manual. They've got 2.
Yeah.
And it is nice. It does block out a lot of the sun. It looks a little cheap, but yeah. I mean, can't complain.
Can't complain too much.
I'm glad it's there.
I do like the sunroof and the whole glass panoramic roof.
Oh, I love it.
It's a cool display. I like that they did that. Oh, the turning radius is
not so good.
Not so great.
That's worse than the Mustang, worse than the Miata, worse than
This is pretty long. It's a long car.
It is a long car. Does this have cup holders?
Okay, so there's...
Surely.
Okay, so there's none right here. You do have USB and auxiliary ports.
Get out of my way!
You do have USB and auxiliary ports and a little bit of storage right in here. Yeah. Admittedly, not very much. So I believe the cup holders are here, it looks like.
But what the heck are you going to be able to put there? That's not even a small drink most places.
There's little cup holders here in the door bins, but you can't really fit. You can fit like some water bottles there. Maybe. There are no cup holders right here in the front.
That is not acceptable.
And I honestly don't really even see any in the back.
Is there a divider, like a seat divider that you pull?
Well, yeah, there is. Yeah, there is.
Pull that thing down if you can reach it.
Oh boy.
Everybody look at him struggle. Watch him.
There we are, cup holders.
Okay, cool. So there are cup holders in the back. So as a driver, you just have to turn around completely, unbuckle, and reach back to that divider to get your drink. Reasonable.
I don't know. That's pretty weird. Wait a minute. What's this? Oh, does this open? Does this open? There's the cup holders. We are idiots.
I'm sorry, Alfa Romeo. We're just big,
really stupid. All right.
Well, yeah, those will fit your normal size drinks.
Okay, so it does have cup holders in the front. We're just stupid.
We are. Oh, it's another one of those cars that shuts off.
It does, yeah. I think that's a little weird. The MPG on this is 23 miles per gallon in the city and 30 on the highway.
That's reasonable.
Which is pretty reasonable, and that engine shut off probably helps with that.
Probably, but I think it can't be much. I think that's such an annoying feature.
Overall,
like driving manuals most of the time, when I come to a stoplight and the car shuts off, I'm like, I stalled it. But yeah, this is an automatic, and it's just if you're used to driving automatics, most of them do that these days. That's just something that if you're coming from an older car or a manual, it might seem a little weird.
Yeah. It does help a little bit with fuel economy, so if that's more important to you, there you go. Yeah. You get that.
Not a big deal. That's a nitpick. I will say, after driving it for a little bit, I feel a little bit cramped here.
Really?
Yeah, and I think it's these bolsters on the side.
They are, yeah. They do well hugging you in corners, if we could actually...
Yeah, which you don't really need in this car, but...
Yeah. If I had the choice of a sports sedan in this segment, I might take this over the Model 3 for a few reasons.
That's interesting.
It's cooler on the inside. This is way nicer than the Model 3 is on the interior. I enjoy having a manual mode, even if it is shifters. Yeah. I do enjoy the engine noise, And I do also like that this is an Alfa Romeo, and it's a little more kind of like...
a little prestigious.
Like, it's a little more exotic,
mysterious,
I guess. A little more mysterious. And it looks a little cooler on the outside.
I would agree with that.
So I'd probably take this over a similarly priced Model 3. So like in like the $35,000 to $50,000 Model 3 range, I think I probably would take this over it.
That's tough. I'm torn because on the one hand, I love the interior of this car, and I love the paddle shifters, and I like how it sounds, and I like how refined this is. But I also really like the Model 3.
I do really like the Model 3 too. If I could have the $70,000 Model 3, then I would obviously, I would definitely take that.
Yeah.
But
we haven't driven the $70,000 Model 1 of these though.
Yeah.
So
fair enough. And I probably would take the $70,000 one of this over the Model 3
quite
anyway.
possibly.
I think I would.
This is like dad cool.
Yeah, dad cool.
And there's nothing wrong with dad cool. It's just like when you're driving around in your minivan and you see this, you're like, hey, that's pretty cool. That's pretty neat.
That's about it. It attracts no attention.
Yeah.
No one looks at this. No one notices. No one thinks anything about it.
I still, when I'm driving, if I'll see an Alfa, I'll point at it like, hey, Alfa Romeo, because they're still kind of uncommon.
They're uncommon, yeah. But
they're not that cool.
Yeah, they're not particularly cool, really. So kind of meh.
Yeah.
Nonetheless.
Nevertheless. Whichever the less you're talking about.
Okay, so now that we've pretty much covered all the bases, we're going to get into the ratings and the scorings.
Let's do it.
The most exciting part. So, like we always do, starting off first with performance. How do you feel?
4.5?
4.5? Wow.
Yeah.
It's pretty harsh.
I mean, it's not terrible, but I'm comparing it to its peers. You know what? Let me amend that a little bit. It's not... I'm being too mean. I'm going to give it a 5.5 because it is...
A whole point higher.
A whole point higher.
That's actually what I was going to give it. That's a 5.5. That's why I was like a 4.5.
Because I'm thinking below 5 is below average, and this is not below average.
Yeah, it's not.
By any means.
It's good. It's peppy. So, next up, practicality, which is, I don't know.
Reasonable.
It's reasonable. You have good backseat space. You have a good trunk space. You have a tiny, tiny glove box.
Yeah.
You do have cup holders.
They're hidden, but they're there.
We're challenging to discover. It gets pretty good gas mileage. 23 city, 30 highway.
Yeah.
So
7.5?
I don't know if I'd go that high.
Nothing wrong with it. For the average business guy, businesswoman, you got a suitcase and a duffel bag, and you're taking it to the airport. All of that will fit very comfortably in the trunk of this car.
Yeah.
Get your coffee. Decent gas mileage.
I'm going to give the practicality a 6.
Yeah.
A little harsher. Just because, I don't know, it's no like truck or SUV.
True. Definitely true.
You can't haul anything. Like there's a lot you can't do with this. So
that's valid.
I want to give it too high of a score, so I think a 6 is fair though.
Yeah.
Next up, value, which
at the base price of 38.
38, yeah.
Great value.
Yeah.
At this price, what did we say this was? This started at 40.
Starting at 41.
But I mean, looking around in the cabin here, I think this has some options. This does have
options, which bumps it up to about 50.
Yeah, pretty decent. But I personally think would look elsewhere.
It has a nicer interior than the Model 3, but not as nice as the BMW or Mercedes, the German rivals.
Yeah.
But it does have kind of an aura of exclusivity, being an Alfa Romeo.
True.
Which I think is kind of cool. Honestly, I'd say the value is a 5. I think it's like generally average, because reliability might be an issue for me long term.
Yeah.
So I think a 5 is fair.
I agree. I think that's a fair score. I think mostly it comes down to personal preference. Like for me, the cabin's a little bit busy. I like how the Teslas are a little bit more Spartan.
Yeah.
And they're probably laughing at us because like, we cut corners. That's why it's so Spartan. But
yeah,
I prefer how it looks. This is a little old school to me.
Okay. So what are you going to give it?
I'm going to give it a 5 as well.
5 as well. All right. Cool factor, which suffers.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a particularly cool car. I mean, it kind of is, but
I'm going to give that a 5 too.
You know, I might give it a 5 also, actually. Like, pretty average.
Yeah, it's not uncool.
Next, quality. Like, nothing in here really screams cheap to me.
No, but nor does it really scream luxury.
But it doesn't really scream extremely pricey, super luxury either, yeah. I'm almost tempted to go with a 5 again.
I think I'm going to go a little bit higher than the 5 on this one.
I think I will too. I'll go with a 5.5.
I'm going to go with...
Just a little higher.
I'm going to go with a 6.5.
I'm actually going to amend mine to a 6. Oh, yeah. 6 for sure.
We're all over the place on this one.
I know we are. And then the final thing is fun factor. The paddles respond quickly, like shifting gears is quick, it's precise. Handling is pretty appropriate for what it is. It feels good. The turning radius sucks.
Abysmal. Trash.
That I guess kind of affects a lot of things more than just fun factor. But
it's so unpleasant to drive if you miss something.
It makes me nervous.
Yeah.
It makes me nervous to do a U-turn in this. I don't know. I still think it's pretty decent. I'd give it a 6 on the fun factor. It's all over the place.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to give it a 5.5.
5.5 on fun factor. Okay.
Because it's quick enough for a business sedan, but it's not putting that big of a smile on my face.
Yeah.
I mean, it does the job it's designed to do really well. It's a nice, quiet, refined, well-tinted, comfortable ride, and it goes faster than some other cars.
Now, let's add the scores together and see what the average is, which is 34.25.
Okay.
For the average score. I think what's kind of interesting is we rated this higher than what we did last week, which was the 2009 Audi R8.
Yeah.
But I think the reason why we did that is because we rated this pretty average on a lot of stuff. And the R8 we rated very highly on some and very low on others.
Yeah, exactly.
And this was pretty average, clear across the spectrum.
Yeah. Decent car? I think so. I think it's a good car, comfortable, get you to work and back in style. Not much more to say than that.
Yeah, not much really to complain about.
Yeah.
It's fine.
All right. Well, this was our first Alfa Romeo. Hopefully we get to do a 4C in the near future.
That'd be a blast.
That would be amazing. And we're going to leave you guys with one last twisty run. I'm going to get stuck behind a person in about 2 seconds again. So if this is your first time watching, thank you for stopping by. We hope you stick around, and we will see you guys in the next episode.
Yep. See you next week. Bye. Did you know that the Toyota Corolla is the most sold vehicle of all time? The most sold.
Joe.
40 million units. I can't believe that.
Joe.
That's incredible.
Joe.
Oh my God.
CuriosityStream is the world's first streaming service for people who actually like to learn stuff. They have thousands of documentaries and nonfiction titles from some of the world's best filmmakers. If you like our show, you'll love their speed category. It's got a ton of content on cars and other things that go fast. We've recently partnered with CuriosityStream to help build Nebula, our new streaming service. Nebula is a streaming video platform built by and for independent creators. Because we all appreciate how supportive our fans are, CuriosityStream is offering a free Nebula subscription with every purchase of a year-long CuriosityStream membership. With this bundle, you get the best of both worlds. CuriosityStream is home to high production value documentaries and nonfiction work, whereas Nebula is a place for educational YouTubers to try new things and experiment with different formats, things the YouTube algorithm would punish us for. CuriosityStream loves independent creators and wants to help us grow our platform, so they're offering Grand Theft Auto fans free access to Nebula when you sign up at curiositystream.com/GTA. When you sign up for CuriosityStream, you get instant access to thousands of nonfiction titles, and you'll get to watch a bunch of new episodes from Grand Theft Auto months before they hit YouTube, plus lots of other great Nebula originals. By signing up for CuriosityStream, you'll be helping not only GTA, but the entire educational community, as we work together to build a place where we can create exciting new content that just wouldn't be possible on YouTube. Give it a try by signing up using the link below. We promise you'll love it.